I'm in your shed here, Willie, and you were saying you have there's a local word here in Pintlands for a mott. What's that?
Smutty pole.
A what?
A smutty pole. That's what we always call them.
A smutty pull.
A smutty pole. Yeah.
Smutty pull.
A smutty pole. That's, I know I meant there's a smutty head, I don't know. But that's what a smutty pole. Anyone that you see here in Pintlands and you see on the window, it says a smutty pole. Now in Branch, they don't say smutty pole. They says mat. But we call it a smutty pole.
And I notice over your shoulder here, there's 2 bags of seed potatoes hanging up. So you obviously set potatoes, do you?
Yes, I set them, yeah.
And they're your own spuds, are they?
Yeah. They're seed.
They're seed.
I kept since last year, yeah.
And you had them in the cellar this year, did you?
Cellar, yeah.
You bring them up here now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no eyes on them yet.
No, they won't sprout now till I put them in the heat.
And you'll probably when you put down the spuds?
Usually around 24th of May.
24th
that weekend.
24th of May.
Mm-hmm.
Now, knowing you be here, did you split the eyes, do you?
And not on them because they're small, but on the probably some of them I was just splitting. But on the bigger ones I cuts the eyes off, 1 or 2 eyes on a piece. Cuts them all around, right? That's on the big ones.
And years ago when they'd be splitting them, there was the big spuds.
Yeah.
So you'd split what was that word you used?
What, for cutting them?
Yeah, no, for cutting them you used to keep a piece of it.
Oh no, the scallops. We keep the piece that'll be left with no eyes on it. You keep that and cook it. Scallops. You'd have 2 containers. You'd have one for the put the eyes in and the other put the scallops in.
So when you'd have a big potato, you'd cut the eyes and go into one container, one bucket.
Right.
And the scallops then?
Scallops go in the other bucket because they'll be cooked that evening or next day or whenever.
Scallops?
Scallops, yeah.
And your father used that?
My father used always just call them scallops. That's where I heard it.
And would the neighbours use that?
But most of the crowd here is call them scallops, the older people. Yeah.
And you'd ate them?
Yeah, eat them. Mm-hmm.
Sure, they were just like a spud, you wouldn't waste anything?
Oh no, no. Just the flesh of the potato was there really. The skin was out again then.
And you were telling me as well there was a date in which you dug the first potatoes.
Usually around here, Lady Day in August. That's usually when they get the first potatoes.
Lady Day in August?
Yeah.
When is Lady Day?
Not for sure, somewhere around the 20th.
And all the old people would go rooting the spuds?
Yeah. Now, sometimes here now they probably root earlier, but usually that's the run of it. And usually I don't touch mine until around it. And that to be around garden party time here.
Garden party time?
Yeah.
When's the garden party?
It's on a Sunday, but it's close to around the 20th of August.
Lady Day?
Usually, yeah.
That's for a lady, isn't it? That's for...
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Day.
Yeah.
And would you cook anything else that day?
What?
Any other vegetables that day? Would you root anything else?
Oh, usually when you get the potatoes like that, usually you get cabbage and turnips and carrots and stuff out of the garden then. All new vegetables then. So you use them then just whenever you want them. You just go and dig a bucket full in the evening or something like that for the next day, and then you wouldn't dig the main patch of them then till probably October, up in October. When it start getting cold.
And you'll store them in the cellar.
When the stalks goes off and the stalks dries right out, that's when you dig them. When it goes out like that. Oh yeah, then you put them in the cellar. Potatoes. Cabbage I usually hangs it up out here on them nails like that, and I has it right up until Easter. I finish less of my cabbage Easter.
So we're so far out, sure. People had to hang on to everything, sure. They had to.
Yeah.
And you have your own cellar, do you?
No, I have my own cellar, but I have my buddy's cellar down there.
Yeah.
There's only a few cellars left here now. Everyone had their own cellars. We had our own cellar. We had a cellar right there. But I'd say there's what? 3 or 4 cellars left here.
That's all. Oh. How deep would it be? 5, 6 foot deep?
6 feet.
6 feet deep.
I can show you over there now. You can see it from the...
Yeah. We had them at home, but we call them potato pits, but they wouldn't have been as deep as yours now. They weren't as well made as yours.
Now, one time that they used to do too, anyone didn't have a cellar, used a pit. They called it a pit. They used to dig a hole, especially the turnips used to do. They'd dig a hole probably 3 or 4 foot deep, right? And they'd put them down, they'd put bushes on top of them. And then when they'd want them, whatever, they'd have to open up the pit. Right? They used to pit turnips and stuff mostly.
We had similar to that. You dig down about 2 foot, 3 foot wide, bushes on the bottom, or a bit of straw. Put your potatoes in it, build them up in a pyramid. You put bushes or rushes or whatever you had on it, straw, and then you cover it in clay.
Yeah, that's what they used to do.
And the clay would be up like an apex in the roof.
Yeah. Now I never actually seen them pitted, but my father even they used to say always the turnips were way nicer after being pitted. They always used to say that, make them sweeter.
And then you go to the pit during the winter and take a bucket.
Well, it'd have to be mild weather to get them. You wouldn't be able to open the frosty.
Yeah.
You'd lose what was in it, right? Because that's what he says about opening cellar and really frosty, like. We get potatoes frostbite.
But no good then.
Oh no.
Rats were the big problem at home.
Rats?
Yeah. He said always keep the rats out of the pit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rats and frost, yeah.
Yeah,
rats and frost. Yeah. And where do you store the onions? Do you just grow onions?
I grow onions every year, but I never actually grew enough to have to put them away. But the biggest I spoke to a couple of fellas that grew nice lot of onions. The biggest problem around here was getting them dry enough. You couldn't get them dry enough. They'd end up
mouldy.
Yeah.
Did you eat the small onions? Did you call them scallions? Did you use that word? No. No, the young ones before you did grow big. No.
I grow onions every year. I don't grow big lot now. I probably grows, I don't know. I get a peck and probably there's 40 or 50 and the thing. You set the small onion.
Yeah.
And then you have the green onion when they get up in the fall. I cut the green onion after good with fish and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then the onions grows up on top of the ground. But now this year I lost a lot of them because I had a lot of weeds.
Yeah.
And I didn't get much out of it. But that was the biggest problem, getting them dry.
And when you were tinning out the turnips and stuff like that, would you keep them greens? You ate them, wouldn't you? Years
ago? Yeah. That's what I does every year. It takes them out. Well, it gives them a lot of people around too. I put some away in the parboils them, put some away in the fridge. I still have a couple of feeds left. I put away around 20, 25 bags. I have a couple of feeds there in the fridge now yet.
So basically you're tinning them out, but you don't throw them away, you keep them?
No, keep them. And some you'll tin them out and you shift them, like say if you have a register that's scarce in, and you stick them out in other places, right? Or someone, nearly every year when you go to tin them out, there'll be someone asking you, have you any turnip plants, any cabbage plants? And say you carry them home and they'll get them and stick them in their garden. That's usually a thing around here. I would get them from someone and sticking them out in other gardens, right? I'll probably get them out for someone this year.
And you call them ridges here?
Ridges, that's what we call them.
And up in Branch to call them?
But as far as I know, Branch call them beds.
Beds.
I often use it, but ridges are what you call them now.
Yeah, we'd use both, but a ridge was a big thing. A ridge is buds.
There's a ridge and a furrow between them.
Yeah, a furrow between them. Yeah. And last thing I'm going to ask you, what did the old people call potatoes here years ago? Or do they call them spuds?
They used to call them spud, but they used to call them potatoes. They call them potatoes. Often I know it's just a pronunciation or what, but they say get me potatoes or potatoes.
Potatoes. Oh God. I better let you go, get something done for your day. So.
I had my day took off anyway. I was supposed to go do a course and I never got to do it. Computer won't work.
You're talking to me, that's what. Half your day's gone.
No, I went to some Prize to go do it at the workplace and it didn't work. It wouldn't connect, so I had to give it up.
Right, so. Yeah. One of them days.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so come on, we go.